What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. It has been a week. Good grief. I mean, it felt like every day I'm looking on Twitter and going, oh gosh, why is this person trending? And typically when they trend, it's like, whew, okay, they're just debating on their favorite song. Or, oh, they were shown walking their dog. Not so this week. It's been a disaster on that front. And I mean, Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and of course, today, the man behind Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen. Good grief. So many great people. All the tributes pouring in, and it's like, oh man, they really were nice people. Not just nice celebrities, but nice people. So tonight, gonna keep things light and fun, keep things rolling. Geez, because it's been a rough week for all of us who care about pop culture stuff. So, without further ado, welcome to the show. Let's get started with, of course, shouting out the Lyles Figure Files VIP members: Jamelin Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty T Lions BK, James Green, David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Tom Vin 2018, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, Pixelated Poses, Alan Bro, Vintage Bob, Graham Tuttle, the Year Plus members, and some of y'all are knocking on year 2. It's pretty amazing. Then we got Cousin Eddie, Kwame Taylor, Carlos Castillo, One Ugly AMFO. Thank you so much for being VIP members and supporting the channel. You too can support. All you got to do is click on that little tab that says join, and you can be one of the VIP members. I'm continually trying to come up with different ways to add in a little value for the VIP members. So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, please let me know. All right, let's get into the chat before I start talking about the random stuff I'd like to talk about. Nice, I had to roll it for a little bit. Nice thumbnail. Thank you, Jamelin. It was like, I think I started working on it at 7:55, so I do greatly appreciate it. I was trying to finish my Batman Nightfall Part 1 Nightfall review, and oh man, you like that comic book story? This movie is pretty good. I mean, the tone of it is like a 10 out of 10. There are a few missing elements to it, a few characters I really would have loved to have seen, a few slight changes that take it down just a little bit, but they really capture the core, the essence of Nightfall. I'm loving the story. It's one of my favorite Batman stories, but the story they're telling for this movie is being told really well. The animation style is awesome. Definitely feels like I'm watching a 90s take on this story, and it's awesome. Cannot wait for Night Quest and then Night's End, because they're as good as the first part. We're in for a ride. So really, really enjoyed that. And hopefully I will have the review posted up on LylesMovieFiles.com later tonight. So stay tuned for that. Lawson Wallace is here. Hello, Jeffrey and the Lyles Figure Files crew. What's up, Lawson? How are you tonight? What is that? About $200 worth of figures there? Yeah. And rising. If the quick sellout of 3 figures, it's crazy. I didn't think those would sell out quickly, but they absolutely did. More on that in a moment. David Thanos, what's up, fellas? What's going on with you, man? Royalty is here. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up with you? Retro Robo. What's up, Jeff? And the cool collected cats in the chat. Yes. No tongue twister will get me tonight. That was 2. What's up with you, Retro Robo? Brian P. for reals. Oh man, somehow I missed the Super Secret Saturday surprise, another one, and then wasn't sure if there was going to be one tonight. Yeah, I was I want to say recovering. I had a really fun work trip. It's a work trip, so but it was fun, and I had every intention of doing the live there, but I was really tired at the end and was going to be like, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. And you all deserve full energy, so I just did it on Saturday. Did a double feature movie files with Jace actually live in the studio here with me, and then Figure Files. But I'm glad to see you tonight. Snake Eyes, Howdy, partner. How are you tonight? Rick Cage in Brightest Day and Blackest Night. Beware my power to activate the light. I love it again. That was really well done, my friend. How are you tonight? Blake Tarpley's here. Jeff, how are you in the Loudest Figure Files crew? I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to figure out if I can keep Optimus here. Oh my, let me see here. And get Optimus a full sidekick role tonight on the show. Let's see if he'll hang there with me and chilling. Outside of all that stuff, I'm doing great, Blake. How are you, my man? RIP to those three icons. Yeah, man, it's been a weird week. Lawson, I pre-ordered those Green Lanterns today and those Arctic Troopers yesterday. I don't want to say cool, but I mean it kind of fits, right? Lefty, Figure Powers. A symbol. Speaking of a symbol, has anybody got their pre-order in for or pre-order their tickets? I know we're thinking of figure files, figure takes. Has anybody made their pre-order purchase for the movie tickets for Avengers Endgame Encore? And of course, they already announced it's going to be available on Disney Plus after. I do want to see Endgame in the theaters again, so I might just because. But if it's a hassle to get a good seat, I will be watching it at home later. Ronnie Sam, what's up, man? Glad to be joining you guys after the sad news. Grab your figure files and roll out. Absolutely, man. Right back. What's up, man? Hey, Jeff. Hope you've been well. Cannot complain too much. Gonna have to be replay crew. Have a great upcoming weekend to all. Hopefully, you have an awesome weekend too. And whenever you watch this episode, whenever you watch any episode of Figure Files live, and if it was really good, I don't mind if you watch it again too. Hopefully, you have a great weekend, my friend. Take care and thanks for rolling through. King Collector. I'm glad I didn't cancel those Youngblood figures last week, especially now since they dropped too. Yeah, I mean, those figures look really good. I wish somehow they could make those prices affordable because they look really awesome. And while I'm not the biggest Youngblood fan, I always thought those designs, those colors look cool and wouldn't mind having them in my collection, but not for the price that's knocking really closely on an import figure where it's like, guys, come on, pull that down a little bit. So much for it coming in threes. Peter Cullen made the fourth journeyman to go to the stairway to heaven. I have heard more people saying that, and I'm kind of like, that doesn't feel right because I am pretty sure, yeah, Hayden Panettiere died August 16th, and I'm pretty sure there are two others around there. So this is the start of a new, I mean, he was the end of another trilogy there. We lost the voice of Optimus. Brian P. Yeah, the Nightfall movie so far is fire. Yeah. Michael Mando, who is the Scorpion in the Spider-Man Marvel Studios films, he killed it as the voice of Bane. I was not expecting that. And I feel like for the first time I was watching Bane as he should be in any medium. Certainly not the Batman and Robin version. But I don't feel like we've gotten Bane done this way, this great, and they really knocked it out. And of course, that's super important since it's the Nightfall story featuring Bane battling and breaking Batman. Doom! Hey y'all, Jeff, what it is? What's up, man? How are you tonight? King Collector, that Youngblood's Bad Rock is looking good. Wilfredo, sad day we lost Peter Cullen. Yes, may he rest in peace. Not just Prime, but our childhood. Yeah, Eeyore as well. Put him between the gap of the mic arm. It is not nearly as wise it would be to actually hold him in place. Lefty, till all are one. Yes, sir. Roger Rubba, yes, you know I got some ticks. Nice. One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? Gosh, do that whole exchange. That was like a moment, and I am sure the Hasbro Transformers Apology Tour PR team is hard at work changing a few things up. And, I really think they needed to, instead of just replaying Transformers the movie, put the return of Optimus Prime on there too. That way, we all leave with a happy ending. Because I mean, Rodimus holding up the Matrix, saying "till all are one." That's fine, but bring Optimus back. Pack Rat, good times on Figure Fowlers. What's up, man? How are you tonight? Lefty, I got my Doomsday ticks when they first went up for sale. Nice. I need to grab mine too. Till all are one. David Thanos. In game is meant to watch the movies, especially when Papa Doc says on your left is Papa Doc. Wow. Jamin. Also, RIP to lesser known actor Samuel Monroe Jr. You may remember him as that guy who ran funny in Menace to Society and Don't Be a Menace, as well as roles in Set It Off, Players Club, and more. I absolutely do. And, it's that weird thing where we have tiers of celebrities where it's like, oh man, this was an A-lister. But this guy, I remember him from stuff. And yeah, I do. And I'm pretty sure I saw him earlier in the day because Chief is like our text Grim Reaper. So he's always the one alerting us when someone else is gone. And it's been a busy week for him. Ronnie saying, anyone else remember Peter Pan and the Pirates? Love that cartoon as a kid. I don't. What was that on? Dick for tricks. One of these companies needs to reboot the Bionic 6 in 6-inch form. Absolutely. I mean, they have such great designs. I'm surprised that's one that has not generated much interest. We've gotten so many of those classic 80s shows. Somebody's got the license and it's cranking out figures. And I feel like Bionic 6 would be one where it's like, okay, we get out. How many of those bad guys are conceivable? Like 12, 15 figures. We're all done. I mean, I think that's a doable one. Hopefully, we'll actually get to it. Lawson says it takes next to nothing just for free. Engage that like button. Thank you so much. Cyber63, good evening. What's up with you tonight? Henry G got me covered. What's going on, Jeff Figure Files crew? I hope you all are having an exuberant week. Thank you. Pretty solid. Cannot complain. Supposed to be nice tomorrow in the area. Maybe I'll cut the grass. Woo! But being able to cut grass is not an underrated thing over here. So looking forward to doing that because the grass is a little bit high there. Lawson, I pre-ordered Silver Age Robin, that new Catwoman, 3 Arctic Troopers, and those 4 Green Lantern members. Disappointed they're wearing costumes. I was hoping for members only jackets. Till all are one. Paragraph. Peter Pan and the Pirates had Tim Curry as the voice of Captain Hook. Don't know what station would have been on in the States, though. Huh. Look that up then. Lefty. I would love to have a Bionic 6 collection. Yeah, man. Yeah. So cool. Bionic 6. Ooh, ooh. It's a catchy theme song. Nolan. What's up, Nolan? Hi, Jeff and chat. How are you tonight, my friend? David Thanos. Finally found the Bash at the Beach 3-pack of the New World Order. That's right. The New World Organization of Wrestling. Yeah, I saw it too. And I gotta say that the popcorn effects look a lot better in person. And they have a whole bunch of stuff with it. Let's see if I actually kept that photo. I went to Walmart and saw it, did a little video that I have now. Yes, I actually do still have it. And you may all note that it did not take me 4 hours to find that photo since it was earlier this week. But yeah, here they are. I wish we had a different head sculpt for Hogan, and the t-shirt, of course, is wrong. But check out that popcorn. That looks really good. You can see through my shaky hand. And all these cups and hands. So pretty cool. Because you got the Ultimate Edition versions of Hall and Nash. It's not as essential as if you had it. I feel like they should re-release the 3-pack of Luger. I guess they can't do the Macho Man re-release. And they can't do Sting either. Gosh, what a... Both the Sting was really disappointing. I think the Lex figure was the best one of that 3-pack, and then they've released him since without the face paint. But Macho Man had that smaller mold, which was okay. Really would have loved for them to do better bodies for both Macho Man and the Stinger while they had them in the license. But yeah, the 3-pack's decent. I do like the effects though, or all the different accessories, not effects. Rick Cage, thank you. That's what's being re-released in theaters soon. Transformers animated movie. Yes. Brian P. for real. Has anyone found Marvel Legends Boomerang yet? I know he's not supposed to be out until October 1st, but I've seen people saying they found him in stores already. I have not. But the Walmart that I went to this week is not traditionally a good one. I was shocked that they actually had something of use. And they actually had more than that. Let's see here. Jalen, yes, the gas and the grass are too dang high for sure. I'm not gonna show you guys a picture of the backyard. It is like stalks. While I was at that Walmart, I was not gonna get the 3-pack of the Bash at the Beach, but I was debating on some other stuff, and this Walmart actually had both Bloodwind and Martian Manhunter, which is wild because I never see this stuff until somebody helps me out and sends it my way, and then it's like, oh, they're everywhere. So I saw those two super size on Venom Robin or Red Robin. Who else did they have there? Vigilante. I got him, but I hadn't seen Martian Manhunter and Bloodwind at the same time on the bags. That was fun. And Robin. And who else was there? Super Friends. And I had to get this guy because of the lightning bolt. I don't think I can pass and wait till maybe getting a good clearance price because the yellow is not going to look clean on every figure. They had two, and one was not great. So I had to get Black Vulcan with his pants, and I felt kind of weird. He did put them on. That was appreciated. Also, finally get to feel the bang. Got the Ultimate Edition DDP. I felt like he was one of those figures where he was sitting around a little bit too long, and I was gonna go, oh man, I missed my chance to get him. Didn't want to have that happen. And I also went to Target Sunday and was able to just randomly find the JSA variant platinum edition of Hawkgirl. So now I've got this Hawkgirl in 3 different molds or 3 different versions. If you can look back there behind Firestorm and Elongated Man, I've got the Justice League version, and then you can see the wings of the JSA one, and she's not really the JSA one. It's the more modern JLA version, but I just stuck her there because she's more of a JSA member than a JLA one, and that looked for me. But so now I've got a third one, and I still don't really have Hawkgirl the way I want her. So it's wild. I've got 3 figures that are good enough, Cyndi Lauper, but not quite great. Excuse me. So that's what I picked up. What did you all get this week? Oh, Fox Kids. Thank you, Brian P. Bionic 6 is one of those shows. Yeah, man. I feel like that's one they could almost kind of tinker with and redo. I think maybe there's another audience for it because I mean the concept was cool. Human Shakespeare, thank you. Peter Pan was on Fox. I don't remember that much at all. Blake, Bionic 6 sounds like a job for Ace of Ramen Toys. Absolutely. I feel like he would knock those figures out because the bad guys had such great designs. Let me pull this up here because I feel like all the time I talk about Bionic 6. And I know back in the day we did have a line of those figures, but I do not remember who actually made those. Let's see. Like 6 action figures. There you go. For sale. Maybe I should look at the eBay auction form and then promptly be disappointed that they don't match up with my memories. Let's see here. I'm trying to see a big auction, and let's see. Got this one on Etsy. Oh, you choose. Great. Let it say $13.55 for the whole lot. I'll take it right now. So here we go. This is a Bionic 6. Hopefully you all can see this. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, I just thought this was such a fun show. The whole concept of a truly blended family was really interesting. And the bad guys had great designs. Helen won, Mom Dukes. And then let's see. Was it Tech One, Genius One? It's been a minute. But yeah, I mean, these designs are pretty fun. There's Pops. I mean, these designs or these figures are wild. Let's see here. Let's take a look at another one of these auctions or the rest of them. Here's the whole set. And that was pretty wild. Let's go on eBay for $665. These can be yours, which is wild. Let's see. Madam O, 83 bucks. Not too cheap. Let's see. Let's just take a look at the back here. This is me going down a rabbit hole. JD, Eric, Meg, Jack, Bungie, and Fluffy, Mechanic Glove, Madam O, Dr. Scarab, Chopper, Clunk. I mean, this is 12 figures. We don't even have to think too hard with this. We can get them all done really, really quickly. So hopefully that can be a reality somewhere. And man, speaking of things I miss, proof of purchase, 2 points. We used to get that kind of stuff. It was a fun little reward. Look, I've got my flag points. What can I get with it? And sometimes it's actually worth getting. I would love to see companies bring those back. Lawson, I need some Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers figures, man. Some company needs to make some stat. Yeah, as long as it comes with the theme song. That was an awesome one too. Still overpriced, but I had a $25 gift card. Standing box to put above my NWO section. You know, it's funny because you think it's overpriced, but the price is like basically paying for 3 elite figures now. And I see those figures and it's like, gosh, that's expensive. But then I do the math and it's like, oh, actually, it's pretty solid. Cyber63 picked up Mode 2 Retro 7-inch Beastman. Wow, he's fantastic. Nice. Is he all red with that retro version or orange and red? David Thanos. Bang! Oops, that's Cactus Jack. Stone Cold is up as we speak. Nice. I had that other one, and I'm like, y'all didn't do enough for me to go. I've got to double up and get another Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, it does look like a pretty solid one. I just got the more recent the previous one that they just released not that long ago. Where did I get DDP from? Got him from Walmart, and I am pretty sure. Don't hold me to it just yet, but I'm pretty sure you can see him on their website and order him. I just like, of course, to be able to see those figures on hand. That way I can go, all right, you got me. And then it's like, you don't have me. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to. There we go. Let's do that. So let me pull this up here and show you if they will actually be there. I know we're about due for Walmart has a new one of those islands. So it's about that time for everybody to start stalking Walmarts to see what they can find over there. So here's Ultimate Edition. I still need to get this Kurt Angle, but the paint job on the figures that I saw in person weren't great. So I don't know if I want to play online roulette. Need to get that Randy Orton too. Is Chelsea. That's a nice looking figure. Jacob Fatu. I did see him in the store too, and I was like, I'll come back for him. Hopefully he's still there. That's funny. So DDP is listed not at regular price anymore, which is really wild. He's one that you can typically find on the store shelves. They haven't cleared that wave out of the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition figures, but you probably need to make that move fast now. Brian P. This week, I received my NECA Leech one with Toulon's case, so now my Puppet Master figures are complete. Nice. How do you like him or her? Excuse me. Lefty. Did anyone else notice the price went up for more Marvel Legends Gamerverse Wolverine and Silver Samurai from 60 to 68? Is that from Pulse or somewhere else? I mean, I would buy it either way. Not the set. I would buy that they're changing up the price point for them. Which is interesting because I feel like I didn't realize that people could still get them. Samurai. There you go. Oh, that's funny because was it sold out? Because I see that it's not even available at that $68 price point you were talking about. But yeah, maybe they had a few and people were like, oh, let me get it quick. I was, to me, that Wolverine was out of scale. And I know some people swear by that, say it's the best Wolverine figure we've gotten. Didn't do it for me, but I guess there's a market for it. Was that the new Hawk Girl? Yeah, this is the platinum version of this one. which I did not care for whatsoever. I got this one so I could have another member to my all-star squadron so she can join Vigilante, Our Man, Flash, Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, uh, Batman, and Wildcat. I wish Todd and his McFarlane Toys crew had just focused a little bit on that crew and given us a Johnny Quick, Liberty Bell, Firebrand, Robot Man, Shining Knight. I've been like, yo, Todd, you did it. That's why I still am just amazed that for a company that was reluctant to give us so many essential female figures, we got Shining Knight, who I don't know anyone who was like, oh man, I really hope we get that version of Shining Knight, as opposed to Sir Justin. If nothing else, we could have had him and out with Vigilante, just like they did back in Justice League Unlimited. So, really odd decision there. LJN was the one that made him. Thank you. I only remember Glove. Yeah, it has been a minute. Helen one, wasn't her name Mother one? I think you might be right. I need to go find maybe Tubi or Pluto have those episodes so I can rewatch it. Oh, really? That's not good. Too many of these prices to go down, which they never do. Yikes! 600. Yeah, a little bit expensive there. King Collector. I was on 3PO live a few weeks ago. Nice. And I asked Ace about Bionic 6. He said he would love to, but was saying something about the license. What was he saying? You got us all in suspense now. Lawson. RHOA sent me a notice and I needed to mow the grass. It rained all week, but the day before I got the notice, I mowed to pigs too. So sent those to them. I replied, wrong again, worm. Wrong again. David Thanos. For anybody who needs a good Roman Reigns heads again, buy the new main event figure. I haven't seen that in person. Is that just showing up at Walmart? Jalen. Oh, they combined her real name and code name. Right. God, it was totally slipped my mind. Using old Toys R Us playbook. Right. Dr. Scarab, indeed. Nice. Yeah, I had two of them. It was not a very extensive collection of mine, but yeah, I did like them. Henry G. Jeff, I don't think I ever told you that I got the box you sent. Thanks again, brother. And in there, I do just ask. I appreciate it. I mean, they were going to collect dust, so I was more than happy to send those your way. That's right, Dr. Scarab. What I was confusing with Big Boss from Cops. Yeah, one's more of a doctor, one's a criminal gangster. It talks like this. See? That was terrible. Jalen, Bionic 6, Galaxy Rangers, Pirates of Dark Water, and SWAT Cats have been my most wanted lines for a while now. Yeah. Now, if you could choose one, which would it be? Oh, and then humanoids, evil that lies within. Blake! This week, John Carter Frazetta figure. What do you think? DC Wonder Woman with the hair. And it is fantastic. Super Friends, Robin and Black Manta. Mezco, Arnold Golden with the tats, and Marvel Legends Tarantula. Nice. Which was your favorite? You know, I'm always going to ask that one. For me, my favorite this week is Black Vulcan, just because it was like, yes, got him. Because I never got the DC Classics version. And I don't know if it's worth tracking him down now since Mattel's about to get the license again. No, I have Wave 14 of Superpowers coming on Monday. Be a late birthday present to myself. I mean, the birthday presents to oneself are always the best, right? When was your birthday? Happy belated on our end here. Allows Figure Fest. Lefty, SWAT Cats. Yes, Jalen. I ordered the Kickstarter comic too. Nice. Lawson, that Frazetta style Woola Martian dog from the John Carter set cracks me up. What's the deal with it? Is it like terribly done? Green Lantern, Rick Cage. All right, it was a 3-pack. That sucks. I want more Steel Core than other factions in the pack. I feel like I missed something you said earlier. Pack Rat. The Doomsday Thing has been popping up in the clearance section of various Walmarts. He's not official yet, so there's no shelf space, and he defaults to the clearance section. But does he default to the clearance price? That's the real question. It's a brick, but the look is spot on. Nice. I would also love some company to make 6-inch Mighty Max figures. I had to focus because I was like Mighty Mouse. Then I was like Max. Dog Avenger, not into wrestling, but I'm looking for one in a brown bodysuit with a changeable heads included. not quite sure which one. So you can make Power Man. I don't know if there's a good one on that. I mean, for him, outside of like using a regular wrestling, a regular Marvel Legends figure. Jalen, I just saw a huge 3D printed SWAT cat jet a few weeks ago by One Oak Customs. Nice. Blake, Big Bad Workshop could also do the Bionic Six in a similar way to Cops and Crooks. I think they would also be another one that could work. And that's a line they could knock off pretty quickly, too. Rick H. Jeff! Yes. The Hawk Girl isn't painted on the back. She's blank as a sheet of paper. Interesting. Oh, they're at it. Operation Monster Force needs to give us the rest of the Johnny Quest figures. Now they gave us Dr. Quest, Dr. Rand. David Thanos. Also, pre-order Owen Hart and Batman 66 2-pack. Yeah, I did one of those. I just haven't put in my pre-order for Owen yet. But yeah, the Batman 66 pack was like, yes, absolutely. I want to say that is one thing I want to say. Just say it. Let's see, where did you go that fast? I had the Walmart window open, and of course, just that quick, it's gone. Oh, let's do this because I feel like I read somewhere that they're actually showing up, getting shipped out already. So let's see, Batman and Robin action figures. I'm sure that'd be super easy to find, no problem whatsoever. All right, let's see if this will actually show up, and they are there. But check out some of these other Batman and Robin. Anybody remember that one? Toys R Us exclusive, Blue Robin. Woo. And let's see. 4 left, free shipping. Let's see. Arrives in 3 days if you're a Walmart Plus. Let's see. Add a cart. Arrives between September 1st and September 4th. I mean, we're just a few more days away from September. Can you believe it? So I guess this will be shipping very soon. So I guess more people will have that in their hands really soon. I can't wait because and they also had that Batmobile for it. So hopefully you all were able to pick that up because I noticed it was starting to become really popular all of a sudden. I'm sure because everyone was like, yo, I got to get that now so I can put my Batman and Robin in there. Let's see. I'm trying. Yeah, I think instead of just typing Batmobile, maybe I should have put in McFarlane Batmobile. And the price has been going up. That's interesting. So if you took a little bit too long to make that order, it's going up as more people are trying to get in on it. So this is a classic one, 21-inch. Now, earlier this week, like Tuesday, it was 99. Now it's 108. Now, this is not shipped from Amazon. It's sold by Toy Wiz, so maybe there's a cheaper one, but probably not at this point. But it can fit Batman and Robin, so that's kind of cool. If you want a nice little display piece for your dynamic duo, there you go. So pretty cool to actually have a vehicle for those two. And yeah, so hopefully you can get it or you already have it and make the move. Oh, and that boss fight Ultimo Dragon. Yes, when is that one supposed to ship? Lawson, I still have 2 original Rock One Bionic 6 figures from the 80s. They're plastic and metal die cast. That was a pretty interesting way to do that with those figures, wasn't it? The John Carter figure does not disappoint. It's pretty sweet, especially Woo. Nice. Lefty. Definitely looking for Big Bad Workshop to add more cops characters. Agent Bulletproof Vest is solid. Yeah, man. We need some more of those. I mean, they've shown us 2 more in a robot drone, but yeah, or Buzz Bomb. So hopefully we can get some more. And I think based on what people were saying at Comic Con, they're going to be doing 2 packs going forward. So that'd be pretty awesome to see. Sup, all? What's up, Pixelated Poses? 112 in humanoids with HasLab scale monsters would be amazing. Now, that would be something. I really wonder if they could do like 3 maybe Rotocast style monsters where we pay 300 for 3 of the monsters and call it a day. It'd be fun. But man, that would be a really fun way to get those out to us because we need the monsters too. Documentary. I remember I could have bought my son the SWAT cat jet. SWAT cat jet. Now that's the tongue twister that is. I should have. How much is it now? Pack rat. Didn't have any deliveries this week, but my pal Luke got a bunch of Monster Force stuff and Santa sleigh. Ho ho ho! Did you back the SWAT Cats Omnibus Kickstarter? Cousin Ed, good evening, all. Did I miss a lot? Had to work late. It's 35 minutes. We're all good. Jeff, I am not choosing one. I guess that would depend on what company. Yeah, that's true. That does make a big difference. Nolan, thanks, Jeff. It's actually today. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending your birthday out with us here. Hopefully you've had an awesome one, and I got to find some confetti to go. Woo, happy birthday. Hopefully you're having a good one. Honestly, I would love an updated version of the Hellfire Club with all the male members. Now, what would your update be? For me, it would probably be the colors and, actually getting my guy in there. Because, I mean, we got everyone else except for Leland, which is lame. Brian, I thought they were adding more cast figures like Dr. Bad Vibes and someone else. Long arm. J Brew, what's up? Picked up the 3 Huntress ladies from Macy's. Wait, those Mattel figures are out already? Huh. Tigra, a Rocketeer book, Marvel Rivals, Invisible Woman Blokis, and a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Marvel Magic the Gathering cards. Nice. Cyber63. I would love to see Star Blazers. If you remember that show, I do. That would be fun as well. Lawson, I would love figures of Space Ghost, Jan and Jace, and Blip. I hope you're reading the Space Ghost show comic book. It is so well done. I feel like a new issue should be out now. Thank you. One, I'm speaking of the Joe Arc 3-pack, and two, DCC characters like Black Vulcan might not get made again. Well, then maybe I do need to track it down. Lefty, Ramen Toy and Factory Entertainment are going to make Car. That's fun. And while I'm dreaming, new Thundar figures. Yes, sir. Nolan, I'm still on the fence about getting that Batman and Robin 2-pack. Just bugs me how tall Robin is compared to Batman. So I might just get the naked ones. There you go. Brian P. Star Blazers? Not unless we get some good Gashman Battle of the Planets figures and vehicles first. Captain Planet would be dope too with some power effects for the Rings of the Planeteers. That would be fun. Throw in some Herculoids figures in there while we're at it. While I'm dreaming, some classic Lone Ranger figures would be awesome. Excuse me. Blake says, bah! Amazon tells me my Batman and Robin comes October 1st. Maybe it'll change like it does sometimes and come early. Hopefully. But I'm not sure if my wallet is like, yes, you can just wait till October 1st. I wish they would re-release the 89 Batmobile in Tumblr. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the 89 Batmobile. What's up, Ryan Daly? How are you tonight, man? Big Bad has the Ultimo second quarter 2027. It's good timing. Lawson, I have Ace's recoil van. I'm waiting for some figures. Which ones? Ryan Daly, didn't get any figures this week, but did get some 3D printed effect pieces for some figure displays. Ooh, what you get? King Elector says, Lawson, I 100% agree. John Carter's an awesome figure. Those Frazetta figures are some of my favorites. I can't believe I slept on them so long. Nice. What other ones do you like? Nathan, hey buddy, I have that shirt too. I mean, it's a classic one. The Jim Lee squad with a few other extra random mutants just kind of tossed in on the background there. It's a good one. Oh man, through the Macy's website. I cannot believe it. This is the Mattel joints. Oh man. So have I totally and completely, utterly missed them? Is that what you're saying? I forgot Macy's actually will occasionally stumble around and mess up and have some figures that I want. Let's see. I am sure they're long gone, but just to entertain myself, let's see if they're actually there. But I do like shopping at Macy's. That was a store I would go to every Christmas with my grandmother to get some presents for my family. You don't say. Well, let's see here. Now they do say, wait a second now. Hold up. They are here and they actually are ready. Oh, so interesting. Rumi got Genu, Zoe. Is Rumi still here too? How was done? Oh, that's a problem. I didn't realize these were already in stock. That's oh my wallet's screaming, saying no, thank you, G Brew. Thank you, G Brew. Cool. Now that is pretty fun. David Adams. Don't you hate it when you pre-order stuff and you don't remember? Also ordered Lizard and Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Yeah. Did anyone get their pre-order in for Venom? It felt like he was gone so fast when the pre-order went for those guys. The Captain Planet figures must be made of recycled plastics in recycled packaging. I've got to do it that way. Jamlin, I think I know a guy who can make some pretty awesome Mego style figures of some of these characters we're talking about. Blake Tarpley. Oh, sorry. No names. Ryan Daly. I still want a modern 112 scale update of the Dick Tracy movie figures. Yeah, those are fun. I really loved how colorful and just wacky the designs were. Nolan, love that 89 Batmobile. We finally did a pretty good job with it. He did. Oh, I know what you were talking about. I know exactly what you were talking about. And we need to call him. Maybe you can reach the 18. Pixelated poses. Has anyone heard of Ramen is going to make more of the ramen racers? Don't know. Cousin Eddie. I think my Snowcat order got screwed up because I haven't received a shipping notice, and it seems like everyone else has. I haven't either. And then Ryan said that he got his, but they did mention in their original check your email or check your address email that they're going to send them out as they get them. So some people might get them first. They were basically saying in that email. So, it might take some of us a little bit longer as long as it gets here. And, they have no control over this. But if I get some snow this winter, I'm solid. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Blizzy, Raven Prime. Good evening, all. What have I missed? I should do like a long form recap for every time everybody goes, what did I miss? And you're like, all right, just replay the first hour. Michael Solis, what's up? It's indeed figure file time. Get ready for it. Blake Tarpley. The John Carter figure is amazing. It has 3 different looks and lots of accessories. Articulation is limited, but sculpt and painting, and paint are outstanding. Nice. Got yours in 5 days. Sweet. Gotta make that move then. Blake, the Mezco Arnold figure is a spitting image of Arnold, and it can hold his sword with both hands right out of the movie. Well, that's helpful. No issues with that articulation on the dual hand pose. That's sweet. Carlos Cunningham. What's up, Carlos? Oh, Todd, let's just get another shot of that one figure with the 2 heads frog face and that Wolfman Platinum Edition Green Lantern figure. A lot of people missed out. Secondary market prices high. I mean, the secondary market for stuff that's not out is always interesting to me. They don't have it either. So I feel like maybe these will be tricky to get, but maybe not. I mean, a lot of stuff sells out. Remember that Wonder Woman that we were all like, I can't believe he gave us this Wonder Woman figure. And she sold out everywhere. And you can find her with no problem. Best Buy still has her. Power Girl was super like, oh man, they better not mess up and not make this one a hard to find figure too. Easy to find. No, Robin, totally different story. But I feel like these Green Lanterns we should be able to find later on. Cage. Sir Jeffrey, your wallet is done. Absolutely. Lawson, I haven't heard a thing about the Snowcat. Same. Blake, genuine. Thank you, sir. I finished Thundard Ukla. Ariel is coming along a bit slower as I'm trying to source her costume. All right, Blake, it's almost time for us to do another video to check in on the Mego lab and all these cool figures you've been doing. So get ready for it. Absolutely. Oh, Ryan, I never got to confirm your address, email, or shipping soon email. Just it's already halfway to your house email. Nice. So as soon as it arrives, and we're like, yo, what's the deal? And you like it? Is it the bestest HasLab G.I. Joe classified series vehicle yet? Lawson, I need to make that frost bucket decals to go on my snowcat when it arrives or when it comes. Why did I read all that different? Totally different. I named mine in advance. Nice. What's up, bro shot? Hey, loudspeaker fowlers. How you doing? Right. I can't wait to see these too. Brian P. When someone asks what did they miss, you say first the earth cooled, then the dinosaurs came, but they got too big and fat and they turned into oil. You do something, right? The big dilemma with the snow cat is which cat sticker to use. Old school might be the way I go. Yeah. That is like the weird dilemma where it's like you've only got one chance to put this sticker on correctly. I think sometimes what I do is I kind of mix and match. Like one side is classic and the other has like the newer stuff that I just think looks cool. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. Dixie Tricks. A blank man and meter man would be fire. Rick Cage. I'm going to keep saying it. McFarlane Toys needs to reissue those Manhunters in the Vault series. I feel like we're getting so close to the end in terms of what we can get, but I mean, the Vault, they can still put stuff on the website, so we'll see. They should do that. Need those. Bunny M's. Hey, Jeff and chat. I'm on the road. Just want to pop in and say hi real quick. We'll stay safe, but you can keep us on and we'll keep you entertained through the ride. But stay safe. Airplane, one of my faves. Or Last Dragon 6-inch line would be even crazier. They would. Lawson, I'm gonna have to do the same thing with the snowcat stickers, Jeffrey. Then I can be 50% happy from either side. It beats 0%, right? All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at some of the stuff now that I know. And man, I had no idea about these. That's very interesting about the K-pop Demon Hunter figures. I have to add them to my bag and see because Macy's always seems to have some sale or two going on. So that's pretty fun. Cool. All right. So let's see. I've done that. Look there. Let's go over to some of the stuff that went out and went up for pre-order today or this week because it's been a busy week for pre-orders. Jane with some helpful advice. If you ever come in late and want to catch up, you can rewind it back. Heal it back, come rewind, and play at a higher speed until you catch up if you don't want to miss anything. How fast do I sound on the higher speed? Like Blur on Coca-Cola. And to make sure I said it that way. All right. So the Marvel Legends Iron Man versus Spiral 6-inch figure set. Now, this is one I really do like this Iron Man. That looks cool. I've got that really, really, really great Spiral figure. And the set, I mean, Spiral has really cool, she has a cool paint scheme. Not enough to buy this 2-pack, but I do like the Iron Man. And this is one where I don't think we've seen a lot of the extra accessories for Iron Man. And if we have, the colors look really cool. And he feels like, almost by Hasbro standards nowadays, like a deluxe figure. They put a lot of work into him. Spiral is a really well done figure. No complaints for me here. If you don't have a Spiral, you should get this pack. Not for her alone, but she's a really great figure. And they did an awesome job, especially figuring out the mechanics of her arm articulation. She actually has bicep, her shoulders, which is really cool because that's not, I mean, when that figure got done, that wasn't the norm for every female figure. And she's got really great balance. She is sturdier than the Mystique figure in that My Freedom Force Brotherhood of Evil Mutants display. And really cool. I think they did a nice job with the swords, different hand options too, so you can do different things, which really makes it fun when you're posing her, like which way do I want to have her. And some of these photos in this gallery are insane. They look really cool. And Iron Man, I really love this burst effect. That looks great. The translucent pink and light blue. It's a really nice touch there. You can see all these different hand sculpts for Iron Man as well. New body for Iron Man. This is not just the same old deal. Dan over in the Marvel Legends marketing team showed a comparison, and this one definitely is a better version. And it just looks really well executed. So here's some of the fighting poses, and again, looks really cool. Some of these, like this one, this is crazy. And I'm wondering if there is any way you could possibly make this happen outside of like just straight up, I'm selling a figure, and this is not what you could actually do with it. Pose requires support. It's a fantasy scene. I mean, all action figure shots are fantasy scenes, right? So here you go. Figure does not fly. Nah, refund. But that looks really cool too with the burst, like a little extra. And then this one, very cool as well. I mean, they're really selling these Marvel versus Capcom slash Gamerverse slash Marvel games figures. And I mean, you can see here, that's another cool one. But this one is like, there's a lie, Arwen. You can't get that figure to look like that with the swords, even though that looks super cool. But I really like this burst effect. That's really cool. I don't know why. It's just that that's a different color scheme than we normally see out of Iron Man figures. So it got the shield, and that looks great too. Well done on both of these figures. Just a really great set. And price point on this one, 60 bucks. But I really do feel like this is one of those cases where if the norm for figures is 27.99 now, these what we get with the accessories feels like okay, that's your $3 extra. I can see what it went to. Yeah, Spiral is basically a repaint, but I mean, she's one of the best figures they've done in the line. And if you missed out, I think it's well worth it. But let's see what you all say in the chat. Nolan, I did see the Green Golem got canceled. Guess some people were running their mouths a little bit too much about it, so it got ixnayed. Lawson, I'm gonna leave the helmets off. At least 2 of those Arctic troops in the 3-pack. Nice. Carlos, hey Jeff, were you able to secure them lantern figures today? I was not. I got a bundle off McFarlane store before they sold out. I had no thought that they were gonna sell out, and it was just like, what? They sold out? I've been pre-ordering a bunch of stuff, and some of this stuff is going to come sooner than I imagined. So I just had to kind of like, all right, let's leave a little buffer. But yeah, I was shocked that they sold out today. Spiral's underarm deodorant bill must be off the chain. Right. And how can she do that's some solid work? Pack rat. Spiral is a well done. If you throw any action figure, they can fly for a few seconds. No disclaimer needed, Hasbro. I believe they can fly. If I get a good toss, they can even touch the sky. King Collector, Rick Cage. I had no idea McFarlane did that. Did the Manhunters? I completely missed that. Must have been a McFarlane website exclusive. I don't think they were. I hate going to McFarlane's website. It's like Best Buy's website. Now, Best Buy actually puts stuff out on sale, so that's not entirely true. But you know, it's a slow scroll. But I don't hate Best Buy's website. I just think it's poorly designed. But they actually have sales, so I won't hate them too much. Both Spiral and Iron Man are repaints. Not true. Let's see if Dan Yoon is trying on. Dan is trying. There we go. But he posted some really cool pictures. That's nice. Let's see here. Because Dan was like, you guys are absolutely going to say one thing, and I'm going to have to tell you that. All right, so here you go. So here's Dan directly from the source here. New Iron Man versus Spiral 2-pack will go up for pre-order tomorrow. Fan channel on Amazon. Iron Man is more game accurate and all new, not the same figure as the modular Iron Man from before. I can't speak on Spiral, but Iron Man is new. So you can see here in these photos, this is what it looks like compared to the other ones. So you can see the hands, how different they look, and how much wider and larger this one is. Butterfly shoulders too, which is absolutely something. And I like to see for all of these figures. I mean, a little bit smaller, a little leaner. He cut out carbs for a few weeks. This is a bigger version of Iron Man, and it's a nice looking figure. I think they did a really good job with it. And one that if they release on its own, I will absolutely get and grab because it's a cool looking figure. I got mine, so pass. I'm not sure what you're referring to now. Pixelated posts. The Gamerverse 2-pack seems to be on sale now, so I might wait on the Iron Man Spiral set. If it goes low enough, I'll consider picking it up. What's the sale price for you? Nolan. Yeah, that's pretty much just a wait and see at the moment. Great Gage. Thanks again, Jeff. I just ordered this Gameverse Iron Man and Spiral set. My focus on the Green Lantern Corp. I forgot about the Gameverse pack. Happy to help. And you can always use my affiliates. I have put the links in the dashboard. So if you do want to get any of this stuff, it's a huge help to me if you go through the dashboard and use the links to get all that stuff. The Green Golem will probably still show up on AliExpress. Keep your eyes for it. Keep your eyes open for it. I'm assuming you're saying King Collector. Pixelated poses. I wonder if this whole thing with Green Golem is just to get more pre-orders. I mean, I think the figure looks good enough. They don't have to go through any shenanigans and hijinks. The figure speaks for itself. The Iron Man is a new sculpt. Yes. Nathan, I'm still so annoyed about my Ninja Force cancellation. Those were two of my favorites as a kid. So I'm gonna have to pay resale. Let me see here. I'm trying to think. We've gotten a lot of re-releases for some of these more popular figures, especially in a case like this. I mean, the Thanos and Psylocke 2-pack that was Target exclusive, still is, sold out really fast, and they were not available on store shelves basically anywhere. So I feel like maybe if come the fall, which is in 5 more days, they're probably due for another reset. And typically it's like, oh, look, we have another few cases. So maybe wait until a little bit later, maybe around October. I think that's probably when they'll do their winter reset. If you don't see them by that point, then maybe take that plunge, but I would still wait a little bit longer. Dog Avenger, the Iron Man on a bigger body, but it's still a pass. Gotcha. Rick H. Come on, Jeffrey. It's the Day of the Lanterns. To bask in the spotlight of media hype. Pun intended. As long as it's a green light. Never sleep on Green Lantern figures, Jeffrey. It's a bad call, Ripley. A bad call. Apparently. But you know which one was not a bad call to sleep on? Uh should I go the full route and say this figure is quite the abomination and you do not have to worry about this one selling out anytime soon? Kyle paint my goatee by numbers Rainer. His outfit is not my favorite. Kyle is one of those guys who had a great design once he got his unique look, and they can't top it. It's just like Wally with his version of the classic Flash suit. It's like, yep, you don't ever need to change it. You're not going to top it. They've tried to revise it. It's not good. This looks like somebody who was using a little Just for Men. Not that I have any experience with that, and didn't let it sit in there properly. It's not well done. I feel like if they were gonna go with this, they just shouldn't have and just called it a day. The mask looks really goofy too. The hair, it's whatever. It's just, man, this is the beard and goatee looks awful. And y'all know I'm a hey, no, this McFarlane figure is not that bad. Why are y'all always bashing on poor McFarlane toys? This is not a great choice for a Kyle Rayner design, and this is the look for it. So you can see what they are trying, but they don't really have that crab mask just right either. And it's just a weird overall look. Like they didn't implement this right at all. It's like, why is there this big gap? It looks like he's wearing the letter or the number 8 on his mask. And it's just, yeah, you can see what they were trying to do, but it's a bad execution all around. This design doesn't help anybody. I feel like this is like the Earth L version of Kyle Rayner, L for lame. And it's just, there you go. I don't imagine this is going to sell out at all. You can see they're trying to do this really fake beard goatee look that Dan Nakayama did, but they really should have just let everybody do it with the pencil. It would have looked a lot better because this, not great. But he was the only one of that Green Lantern set that sold out. The others gone in a flash. And boy, I mean, it was like I'd never suspected they would go this quickly. But being able to add to Green Lantern core waves, apparently a lot of collectors were in for it. So not Kilo. He looks really good. And it's funny when you see these cards because like how many times did they get dedicated panels in comics? Metaful, he looks really good. Again, and for the first time in forever, they've actually painted the lanterns correct. They're not like constructs. They're actually solid lanterns, which is a big win for them. And great head sculpt. Then we got girl. It's funny. Maybe the lanterns are tad small, but otherwise it's really good. But they don't have a ton of accessories, which made me think you don't have to worry about it. But they went with a quickness, so hopefully they'll put them back out for us. Get everybody who missed out on them another crack at them. Michael Solis, I take it back. Iron Man clearly not a repaint. It's all good. I can be wrong too, so it's all good, man. It's no demerits for not having correct information. We're just here to help each other out. Lefty, the modular Iron Man mold was used 4 times. I have all of them. Now they do this. What are the? Oh, I guess they did it for War Machine too, right? Lawson, they canceled my Ninja Force pack with Scarlet. Yours too, Nathan? Pack Rat. A bunch of people emailed and contacted Marvel Disney about him. He even took down all the Green Scar stuff as well. Why are we snitching on action figures? That's so weird. Right, Brian P. That's why we can't have nice things. Someone always has to snitch. Stop snitching. Carlos, I've been seeing Wild Bill lately in Walmarts. Have you picked up anything new lately? I saw Wild Bill at Target. He was like the only new retro Joe that I saw. And who else is in that? This Techno Viper Wave. Is it the green shirt one as well? But I only saw Wild Bill. But I saw him at Target, so it's nice to see that he's making the rounds all over. Back Rat. He's going to be keeping a low profile for a bit until things cool down. Supposedly the Punisher and possibly Thor are still on the cards. Yeah. That face sculpt looks so much like Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, it's not a great one. Seth MacFarlane, Kyle Rayner is what I heard in Lyle's Figure File shout on Instagram. Brian P. Has anyone seen Marvel Legends Magic in stores? I know I can get it from Big Bad Toy Store and probably Entertainment Earth, but I've seen everyone but her in a Target or Walmart. Check GameStop. It might be the best source. I've seen her several times there. If you have a GameStop around you nowadays. David Thanos looks like Hollywood Hogan. Paint by numbers beard. It's a bad look. They were ticked off at his pricing and some other stuff, so they made a loud enough noise for Disney that they stepped in. That is wild. Kyle's wearing the infinity symbol on his mask. That it looks terrible. Oh, Kyle's face looks kind of rough, but sometimes it looks somewhat better in hand. Yeah, I feel like that one is not going to be the case, Carlos. And it doesn't seem like anyone's going to know because it doesn't look like anyone wanted to grab it. Lawson, that Kyle Rayner figure design looks like a futuristic Riddler or something. Seriously, seems more like it does. Absolutely. And it looks way more like that than Kyle Rayner. Thank you. Every so often, I feel like that was a good one. Makes me laugh. Nobody else. So glad to hear it. Copywritten lyrics that they can't be stolen if they are snap. Don't need the Green Golem in release. Disney will cease and desist. Yeah, Rick Cage, no good. Lawson, Metaphil's classic. Been waiting for him. King Elector, I agree. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Kyle's classic outfit is a standout signature costume. No need to change it. Yeah, and he has another one, the Ion look, which I think Mattel did instead of going with the classic look for their DC Classics line. And as a decent alternate look, like a lot of times, like a character will have one really great outfit. Captain America, Spider-Man, Hulk. There's another one. Green Lantern, Superman, Batman. They have a great straight up. This is their look when you think about them. And then some of them will have a really cool alternate look that's like, cool. Like Thor with his all armored look, Cap with his black outfit, Spider-Man with his black and white outfit. Kyle and Wally don't need any tweaks. And it's one of those, sorry, you tried. You can't make a better one. Basically all the Golden Age heroes, their designs were great from jump. It's like you can try, but you're gonna waste your time. Don't mix it up. Ooh, girl. It's right there, right? Metaphor. The one-eyed broccoli lantern. Commander Unicron. Thank you for the 10 jewels. I appreciate it. How are you tonight? Lawson, Jeffrey, you can definitely be wrong. The earlier mentioned not to sleep on Green Lanterns. Clearly. Greetings to all from Planet Cobra. I like the name, Commander Unicron. Pretty awesome. Everything I've wanted this year, I was able to get. Nice. Now, does that mean you had a really small list or a massive one? Pressure Robo. Me, I'm done ordering McFarlane DC figures until Mattel takes over. Awesome. Pre-ordered all the new Green Lantern figures, including Kyle. Yeah, it's funny. I really feel like Mattel can deliver the best DC figures. I'll never need another company to touch them, but I will be okay keeping these McFarlane figures in my collection because I feel like they did a really great job. Not always perfect, but that's a pretty solid line. I mean, we need Green Arrow. He and a classic Hawkman are probably my two biggest wants in the line right now. I know time's running out, but if we can just get those two, anything else will be a bonus. But we're so close to completing the Satellite Era Justice League that if we don't get them, I'm going to be really mad and talk about it on a podcast and then get on with my life. But I will be mad. So yeah, I'm hoping we get those. I'm really hoping that Mattel delivers some awesome figures. Brian P. So now we have action figure Karens. Oh, Ben had those. Lawson. GameStop declined my card. Tried to change cards, but their site wouldn't let me do that. Reached out to them this morning. Still waiting to hear back. Yeah, GameStop's a little weird with their website. It's like sometimes I was getting this rate limit on their website. I'm like, dudes, I'm just trying to get some stuff. It's a little wacky. I tend to have more success just going to the store. It's like the one thing where it's like, And of course, they closed down like not the closest one. The closest one to me is kind of lame compared to the other ones that are a little bit further out. Let's see. Let's just opt out. I don't want you having any of my information. Right now, apparently, on GameStop, you can get X-Men 97 Beast. He's more than you would find at other places. Although, if you're a pro member, this one, like their membership is actually pretty helpful because you can actually get a slightly better price. And then if you use their $5 monthly discount, you can take it down to cheaper than retail that everybody else is paying. But let's see here if we can find anything from McFarlane DC Multiverse, including these Green Lanterns. Are they available? Is Harley Quinn still there? Actually, she is. Interesting. Let's go back. Black Mask, is he still available? Add a card right now. All right, sweet. It's good to know. Batman, Sentinel. I wish they could have made that a little bit better because I get what they're doing, but it's not good enough. All right, let's see. Are the Green Lanterns here? Yeah, so they're here. Get shipped to home. So yeah, there's still an option for those of us like me. So maybe by the end of the show, I will be pre-ordering all these Green Lanterns. Yeah, I guess I will be doing that. So still an option for those of you who missed out on them. Let's see. Mr. Freeze, is he still in the vault or is he on ice? He's there too. So man, apparently I'll just need to hit up the fine folks at GameStop after the show's over and get a bunch of stuff and not including giganto size Robin. Terrible. I mean, boy, if they had covered the scale of these figures, I'd still be talking about how great this line is. Let's see. Is Megan? She's not available. Goodbye, Megan. Let's see if there's anybody else who's kind of cool and interesting on this line that I want to get and add to the collection still. I feel like he's not going to be available just from this added card to see price. That doesn't even remotely sound good. Find in store. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Well, there you go. So GameStop's still an option. You can check that out. Lucky. McFarlane Manhunters were red platinum. I lucked out. I got 2 at Target. Sweet. I thought they were available in stores. Commander Unicron. I'm having trouble finding the Hot Wheels His tanks. I have one, but 1 at 10. I didn't realize they had those out of something. Where'd you find that one? 60 watching, but only 35 likes. Click that button, people. Thank you, Commander Unicron. Now that you've ordered them to, I expect to see the likes going up. Question: Manhunter was regular platinum. The platinum thing was always wacky. It's like, what is platinum and red platinum? What's the difference? And shouldn't platinum just be Olu? Saw Wild Bill at Target today. Pass on him. Hope I don't regret it. I think you'll be okay. I didn't see like any of those retro figures being so hard to find. Excuse me. I think you'll be okay though. Brian P. Yeah, I could try to get Marvel Legends Matter from GameStop, but they're still charging terror prices. Where's that? Lawson. Postmodern comics is all about changing things up all the time. That's what happens when you're too lazy to maintain continuity. Just chaos resets and lack a general foundation. Guy Gardner Warrior. I won't defend Guy Gardner Warrior. That was just bad. And Kyle Rayner, Future Riddler. Or maybe it's Future State Riddler. Ugh. Jeff said Green Lantern costume. Like there's only one moon. At least on this world. Jace, that's not the way to go, Kyle. No, it's just bad. Put that one back in the closet. Keep it in the closet. Commander Unicron. I'm 100% on classifieds. I got many Transformers, Robots, and Soundwave. Nice. Got all the San Diego Comic Con exclusives event, those RPMs, and yesterday cassette tapes and pins. They are great, even those RPM. And yesterday's cassette tapes and pins. Nice. G-Brew, you want a Big Barda? What? I've wanted a Big Barda for years. Todd, where is Barda? Todd! I think he stopped watching last week, so I'll have to send a message along to him. Lawson, maybe Kyle adds his beard via paper template just for his beard spray. It's lousy. I just no, Todd. No, Kyle. And no, Todd. Oh, yes. My Cobra Commander Iron Studio statue. It is a great piece. Nice. Oh, wait. Stop me now. I did not get the Beast figure as of yet. Well, there you go. There is one. Carlos, you notice a lot of times the figures people say that are ugly or make fun of sometimes become iconic and high on the secondary market, like the Question. A lot of people kept saying it's a repaint. Really? That brown Question is going high on the secondary market? Wow. And the original one's really good. I can't believe that brown suit's doing well. Yeesh. Don't wait for the show to be over. Just buy them while you are live. I should do that, but then I'd have my window open and we're like, oh, yeah. Welcome to Bartertown in G-Brew. Maybe Mattel will get to her. She was always one. It just felt like it was going to be really tricky for them to do if they didn't focus on her earlier, simply because to do her right, they were going to have to do a totally redesigned body and not a lot of resculpting options or reuse for her. So, and I feel like we don't want that bathing suit bikini style. Rick H. Jeff, don't what? I recently found out sapphires are green as well as blue and scarlet. Various shades of diamonds as well. My girlfriend works in a jewelry store. Nice. Hopefully she will give you a discount when it's time to put a ring on it. Commander Unicron, I'll take a question figure ASAP. The Shadow 2. Missed that one last year or so. Which Shadow? Maybe it's just Phantom, the ghost who walks. Oh, let's see here. Is there anything else? Of course, now I gotta check. All right. Let's see here. Because I feel like there's always stuff going on as I am doing the show. Let's see here if there's anything new while I've been talking so far. Wow, it's already 9:20. How did that time go? Sheesh. Okay, haven't missed anything yet. So let's go to this one. Mezco has a new release, and this one is pretty funny. It's Peacemaker, and he comes with Eagly, of course. Why would he not? And let's check out all these photos. Great John Cena head sculpt. Great texturing on the outfit. All around. Leather for the gloves. and got that Under Armour style material for a shirt, and the pants look really good too. I really love that expression. That turned out nice. All kinds of interchangeable hands. Sadly, no Wolfpack one. You can't salute though. Peace out, mother. Boop. Uh, very nice looking figure. Tons of portrait options. So he's got Smiley, tongue sticking out. He's mad. He's about to turn on Cody Rhodes. Goofy smile. And then a little bit more intense. Mix and match components to create unique portraits. Very cool. Different interchangeable eyes. The 3 mouths. Very cool. Well done there. And it's really nicely implemented. Great likeness on that John Cena head sculpt, though. Eagly has interchangeable open wings. Nice to see. Handgun with removable silencer and 2 removable magazines. Very cool. Hatchet, jar, and butterfly. That's a nice inclusion. They got the sniper rifle, removable magazine, sword, and shield because he's all about peace, even if he has to kill for it. Signature weapons, devious, sinister smile, and really nice. I mean, this guy looks goofy with this choose your own mood. The greatest bald eagle sidekick, probably. I like how they're having fun with these signs. That's pretty fun. Charging in a battle with a big smile. It's funny because it's like, who are they going to have him match up against in these photos? It's not like we've got a lot of other ones. That's really good. I mean, Mezco, Shooting Galaxy does a great job selling the Hasbro stuff, but Mezco, I think, just really sells every figure they put out in such a great way. All different poses, like they really put so much effort into these picks. And like, man, even if I wasn't interested, they really do a good job of selling it. So nicely done there. This bad boy is going to run you 115. Not the cheapest figure, but I think they really did everything you could ask for in a Peacemaker figure. Back to the chat. Jibru, no, I want all the borders, armor, and bikini. There you go. Your opinion, Carlos? Do you think Mattel is going to be able to pull it off once Todd steps down? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those deals where I feel like I've said this a few times. Sorry to those of you who've heard it. Jakks had a very long run cranking out wrestling figures. And I was getting their figures for, let's say, at least over a decade. And I mean, they had issues. They were flawed. Sound familiar? And had issues with them. The scale all over the place. Sound familiar? And sometimes they weren't executed the best way possible. But I got it because Jakks kept cranking out figures and was like, well, I mean, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with to get these figures. And I would hack away, do some customizing, do some fix-ups to shrink figures down, to try to make them taller. And they would do different things, improve some articulation with a new format. And I had a lot of Jakks figures by the time they finished. And I was like, I don't care what Mattel's doing. I don't need them. I'm good with this collection of figures that I have here from Jakks. And then Mattel's figures started popping out. I was like, oh, wow. And they're not making a figure who wears a jacket. In that jacket, look, you can take the jacket off. So they started making improvements right away. They cared about scale, and they did a really great job with the WWE license. And have included characters that we never got from Jakks throughout the entirety of their run. And with Mattel getting the DC license again, I feel like the stuff they were doing back in the day when Marvel Legends wasn't coming out, I understand Marvel Legends is back. They've returned. They're cranking out figures, going strong, no issue. And really, it's that Marvel and DC thing where it's like, well, Marvel Legends has been pretty successful. We just need to do our own version. That'll be equally successful because people who like Marvel more likely going to buy some DC figures if we make them remotely in the same scale. We've already seen with the basic kids line, they're the same scale as Marvel Legends. I assume most of those head sculpts, those really nice ones we've already seen, are going to translate well into a more articulated 6-inch scale for the collector line. My only question is, what else are they going to add? What kind of accessories are we going to see? Are we going to see unmasked versions of Batman included with the regular one, or is it going to have to be a variant? Are they going to include chase figures? They're going to include a Build-A-Figure format, which would be awesome, especially at the start where every figure is on the table and, ways to get new figures will be appreciated. I mean, I think what they've already done with the kids line, really impressive. They've delivered what I think is probably the best basic style version of Bane that we've seen, and he doesn't even have a ton of articulation. So I think they will. Um, Fully hoping and anticipating removing my DC Classics collection and replacing them with what Mattel has in store. Just like I did as Hasbro's Marvel Legends line slowly started to overtake Toy Business Marvel Legends, to the fact that I have very few still on my main Marvel Legends display. So I'm hoping that'll be the case. So I hope I answered your question. I do have really high hopes for Mattel. Based off what we've already seen with the kids line, they're not going to disappoint me and probably a bunch of y'all. Lawson. I managed to find 2 original Blue Question figures, 5 Wonder Womans from McFarlane before the re-release, but I couldn't find Savage Land Professor Pegwarmer. You did get him, right, Lawson? Because he really was peg warming everywhere. Brian P. So here's a ridiculous question. I love ridiculous questions. Since we're getting Sue Richards as Malice coming soon, any chance of getting her in her infamous outfit, the one with the 4 window? You know the one. Yeah, the Stifler's mom version of Sue Richards. I mean, at this point, I think anything can be on the table. That outfit's goofy, but I almost feel like that's wearing more clothes than a lot of other figures. So maybe, I mean, I feel like the window will be pretty small, but I think that outfit's could be done. I mean, it's not like she's not wearing anything. So I think it's perfectly valid and we will see it eventually. But I guess if we did, the best way to do it would be to put her in that outfit in a 2-pack with Thing yet again and give him that helmet. Maybe they could remove it and have the the adamantium claw scars head sculpt. I think that could be fun. Because Johnny really, I mean, you can just have him in Human Torch and we got him covered. And Reed is dead, at least at that part of the story. So maybe we could see that look. Oh, the Bardas. Yes, I'm with you, G Brew. So Rick Cage is right there. Commander Unicron. Talking about Mezco. They're the ones who made the Shadow Action figure late 2024. That's the one you're missing. Okay. Lawson. For the record, I only got one question and one Wonder Woman figure for me. The rest was for others, which I appreciate. There you go. There you go. You can see her. Still here. Roger Rebel. That's not a handgun. It's a sniper pistol. Right. Kid Collector. I could get into Peacemaker. Never heard of that character before the movie. Oh man, you missed out on some fun DC stuff back in the day. 80s DC was a pretty good read. Like after Crisis, if you wanted to explore a universe that was actually all about setting the table with new, fun, different stuff, that was a really good time to read DC. And a lot of this stuff you can get in trades and omnibuses now. Suicide Squad was pretty fun. Lawson, it's nice to see they included the duck. I like season 2. They weren't bird blind. Nolan, there's 2 things I like to see Mattel do with the DC license, and that's a Motu crossover and origin style, and to do more superpower figures. The superpower figures are the one that I think might be a little bit harder. I guess McFarlane has done so many, and I wonder if that's something they could kind of keep rolling with. I doubt it. But yeah, the Motu, I mean, they did Motu figures before. I don't see any reason why they would stop. It's not like Motu's going anywhere. And Motu crosses over with everybody. So yeah, that should absolutely be on the table. Commander Unicron. I am impatiently awaiting the shipping notices for my Snowcats. How many did you pre-order? 6 I want articulate wings for the bird type figures, Polly, Spirit, Eagly, and everything else in the works. We got you covered on that one. Eduardo! What's up, Eduardo? Mattel make them to fit in with Marvel Legends. They'll be better than Todd's figures, and they'll be pinless. Soon they'll be pinless too. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they will be. Hey, what are the Optimus Prime plush behind you? What company or vendor? I like one too. Also, Rip Peter Cullen. He is now one with the Matrix. So this is from Hasbro. Oh, Hasbro. Yeah. So let me see here. I can pull this out so you can see it better. Straight up Hasbro plush. Yeah, there's just a warning. Warning. But yeah, just from them. I'll try to find it and put a link in the description for you. I have a love hate with Build-A-Figures. Just give me what I want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I don't like being forced to get the mundane characters. See, I feel like that's the fun of it because sometimes people don't know about these characters and they get exposed to it because they got to buy the Build-A-Figure and they turn out they actually like it. And as long as you make the figure look cool, I had tons of figures that I was like, do I need this figure? But I do want the Build-A-Figure. And I still have them in my collection. And I think for a line that's getting started, they're not going to do mundane. We're not going to get Matter Eater Lad. And I know he's showing up later in DC Studios. But I feel like they're going to do just characters that we want. And, for the first 10, 20 waves, it won't be this thing. I can't believe I got to get this Mort of the week to get this Build-A-Figure I want. I feel like everything's on the table and we're going to want most of this stuff. Rick Cage. That Mesco 112 Peacemaker is a conundrum for me. I love that eagle, but dislike comic book figures with celebrity likeness. Just imagine it's a multiverse Peacemaker. I did get Professor X, thanks to David Thanos. Nice. Shout out, David Thanos. Appreciate you looking out for another member here of our Lyles Figure Files community. Carlos, what gets me is once Mattel starts doing the DC line, do you believe they're going to start Stack? Help me out with that one. From scratch, maybe? King Collector. I'm not even thinking about Mattel's DC line. I may pick and choose, but I think I'm good with my McFarlane figures. You say that now until they start cranking out some good figures. Lawson. My takeaway, all the Professor X fans live in Durham, North Carolina, and nowhere else in America. Eduardo asked a very important question. Will we ever get a comic accurate Betty Ross, Rick Jones, Glenn Talbot? I didn't mention Thunderbolt Ross because he's sort of, and I have him. Nah, man, I want the full blue suited Thunderbolt Ross. And yeah, I feel like there is a short list of really essential supporting characters. We have some of them for Spider-Man. We got a Gwen Stacy, got a Mary Jane, got a Jolly J. Jonah Jameson. Still need Aunt May, Jarvis, Thunderbolt Ross, Betty, Rick Jones. Wyatt would be awesome to get too. Wyatt Wingfoot. There's some real key supporting characters. Excuse me. That would be really great to add or have in our line. So hopefully we'll see some of them in the next few years. Stifler's mom. I understood that reference all too well, Jeff. Can't breathe. Whoosa. There you go. You got it. NWO Hollywood. The only thing we need from McFarlane now is the final quarter 2026 is a swift end to it. As much as I love DC, his run with the license has been painful. Can't wait to start adding DC figures. Don't see the rest. Okay. Lawson. I had the original 1960s Charlton comics where Peacemaker debuted. First appearance, Fighting 5, number 40. I'm gonna start slacking on the Moti line because they're still waiting on figures from Origins and Masterverse line. Oh, well, they did show a really cool King Hiss in the Chronicles line, which you did not mention, but I am really excited about that one. Oh, let's see here. So he's gonna be up on Mattel Creations for pre-order. When is this? September. Oh, these members only. Darn it. But this is one where I might have to go plunk down that $10 to get him because he looks super cool. And King Hiss, of course, classic villain in the Motu mythos. And he is really well done. Let's pull this one out. Let's not save. Let's just go here and open. There we go. So check this out. They really put some solid work in this. The head looks really great. He's got a serpentine head sculpt, which looks really good. Not this one. This one, those high cheekbones. You can see the fangs, the scaly material on his armor. That looks cool as well. The snake belt. And this is the fantastic design element where you got the snake head and then you got the trail of the skirt piece like a tongue. That's really really nice work there. All kinds of snakes throughout this bad boy, and a little interesting that this is so sleek and so clean. But I guess we're gonna imagine this is the underbelly of the snake. Little wraps here and bare feet. This is a really cool design for King Hiss. I think they really knocked it out. And here you can see the snake head, and they're not going with the full on all his body is snakes, which I kind of like a little bit more than just going all out with it. This though, really cool stuff here. And let's do this one. There we go. This is really, really fun. Really impressed with this one. This is a cool way to add into this. And I'm like, y'all got me because King Hiss looks really awesome. So, very nice addition to that lineup. Commander Unicron ordered 2 Snowcats. I was crazy with 3 at first. Then I almost dropped to just 1, but glad I stuck with the 2. Nice. What are you going to do with your second one? You're going to totally change up the look for it and add the newer recent stickers on it. Charlton is where Captain Atom, Blue Beetle, Question, Peacemaker, and several other characters came from. They sold their heroes to DC Comics in the mid 80s. Yep. Brian P. Aronson, the question that I actually posted, which of course you all can now. We're in the last 4 months of the year, which is crazy. What all do you want to see to wrap up the year? I know G-Brew, it wants to see Big Barda. I want to see a Green Arrow and Hawkman from McFarlane. I think if I can get those, I won't complain about some of these other figures. I know a lot of this stuff I had hoped for, we're not going to see. But they seem like they were on a leak list of figures, so hopefully we will still see them. And Kyle Rayner was on that leak list, and yeah, not great, Bob. But for most of these other lines, I'm pretty satisfied with what they're delivering, what we're seeing. Shadow Classified, Polar Battle Bear, and I like to see another Snow Trooper. And it didn't really matter which one, but I would love to see one more just shown. Maybe we can get him in February before the snow is gone. Marvel Legends. I'm gonna just continue to ring the bell till we see him. X Factor Beast in his red and blue outfit to match the other ones that we have so far, and maybe put him in a 2-pack with Iceman, power down, so we can see him in his cool turquoise, light blue. I guess it's a sky blue, and his white X, because they look great. And I love to see the whole team with all their X outfits. And of course, that means I want to see Angel in his X Factor attire that he rocked for a whopping 10 episodes or 10 issues before he gets pinned to the wall by the Marauders. So, yeah. Is there anything else that I want to see from all these other lines that I collect? I think Mattel's WWE line is got everything covered through next year. I would love to see. I shouldn't say that. I'd like to see Ringside give us a classic Tasmaniac version of Taz and the Human Suplex Machine version of him, and one more for the road for Ringside with their figures. For the Coliseum collection line, I like to see the Killer Bees because I think they make a great use of that format. So yeah, that's mine. What would you all like to see? Great Chappelle Show. Thank you. I always like to throw some in. I'm always impressed when y'all catch these references. Lawson, still want a Ditko Ramita style Aunt May with a golf tee style chin. Maybe an Aunt May Golden Oldie 2-pack. I mean, we need that classic look for May. Anthony Rogers, what's good? New avatar, see? Oh, what's good, Jeff and Figure Oscar? It's Anthony Rogers. I'm on my creative account. What's good? Coolin'. What's up with the creative account? Is this something I should be following for you? Carlos, do you think we'll ever get the Wrecking Crew? Yeah, gosh. Please, we need a new Wrecking Crew. I'm so glad we got an Absorbing Man that does not look like he's skyscraper size and totally belonging to a different line. Hopefully, we will see Wrecker, Pile Driver, Bulldozer, and Thunderball correctly scaled as well. Rick Jones, who? Rick Jones, who? If They do a Rick Jones figure. You better come with a harmonica. Woo-hoo-hoo. There's another one for you. Eric T. Final stretch hopes is a long shot, but Ty's got to give us Big Barda. I feel like Big Barda is such a massive undertaking for any company that does it because they can't really go, all right, here's the platinum version with a whole totally different color scheme, which would then make her an easier figure to get out to us. We do have Mara coming, and I'm looking forward to adding her to the collection. But Barda is one where it's like, I think a company has to plan her out early. So maybe they can recoup some of the budget. Maybe she's a builder figure. But yeah, she's hard. And yeah, I get it. The best one in my collection is the DC Direct one, the Jack Kirby style one, and she's a great figure. She scales up really well. The DC Classics figure. I haven't put her with these, so maybe she would also work with that line. Betty Ross, Harpy 2-pack. There you go. Rick Jones. The neck looks a little skinny on King Hiss. Whenever Hollywood, he is a snake. Snake. Yeah. I forgot the rest of that line. King Electra Lawson. I just checked out some old images of Peacemaker. It kept his costume accurate in live action. It's kind of a first. No. Stargirl did excellent with the costumes. They were just spot on to the comic book. And I really love that they were like, all right, this is what it looks like in the comic book. We'll make it look like it does for our live action TV show. But yeah, they did a nice job with Peacemaker as well. That was good. Serpentine for sure. Anthony. There's a deep cut figure I want to see. I want to see Rocket Racer. Just found out he was a team of Spider-Man called the Outlaws. Was Tupac also a member? Rocket Racer would be fun. I mean, we got a Hypno Hustler. Never got him. Everything's on the table. So yeah, I think he'd be a fun figure to see. Eduardo, Bobby's, Zax, Jim Wilson, and more Asgardians. Man, the Asgardians feel like such a missed opportunity because it's like they were in stuff. They were in the 3 Thor movies until they get killed off. But it's like, why do we not have them? Because they all the time they go, they got a media tie-in, so now they're more viable. These guys were in 3 movies, so I don't know what happened. I mean, we gotta get the Warriors 3. Balder the Brave feels like a character they should toss into a Build-A-Figure wave so we can get him. And people are like, all right, I guess I got to get Balder. That's just, man, like there have been some other characters way lower on the priority scale of Marvel characters that should be made into figures. And Balder's like, yo, I'm like the man behind Odin running stuff when Thor's too busy hanging around Midgard. So hope we'll see. Nathan, I still prefer my Jacks. High take. Now, why is that? I would love to hear that explanation because the scale is wacky. And they don't even have all the figures. I mean, to me, they don't have a Macho Man. They don't have a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They don't have a Rod Eric. It's like, beat it. But let me know. Anthony, then my first run-in with that character is from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. It's a fun cartoon. King Electra, that's a good-looking King Hiss. But those figures are smaller scale than Masterverse, right? I believe so. Henry G, I'm with you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Classic Ollie and Classic Carter. I mean, they should be a 2-pack, right? Like a bicker in the package. Lawson, I want to see World Peace, Jeffrey. Can McFarlane do that for me? If so, better not be a Target exclusive. Yes, it's funny because Target was like, here's the big weapon that shoots projectiles. And they aimed it straight at their feet when they had a coupon attached to, hey, if you buy stuff, you get a coupon and it takes a percentage off. I think that's where everything got canceled. They were like, oh no, we're losing money. I think that's what happened. That's why they canceled everyone's order, which is pretty lame. Pretty lame. Jalen, thought it might be cool to get 2 Snowcats. Ha ha ha. You keep wanting more of a transport with different deco. I just didn't want to have to dedicate space to both. So what did you do? Did you end up getting 2? Anthony, man, if possible, I want to see McFarlane tackle Hardware and Rocket. That would be awesome. I would really like to see Mattel early on do those milestone characters, or at least start to trickle them in, because there's not so many that we couldn't get, like the essential ones. I feel like if they just got started like in wave 3 with a static, an icon, then they could just keep peppering those characters in throughout. You know, get some of the Blake Syndicate characters in there. Excuse me. Eduardo, do you remember the Silver Surfer issue when he fought Druk the Demolisher? I do not. But let's see. Let me see how fast before Google's like, who are you talking about? Man. Oh, okay. So he fights Thor too. Now there's two reasons. Now I was totally unfamiliar with this guy. But I mean, he looks fun. I almost feel like we're at the point with Marvel Legends where they should just do wild, visually cool characters like this. Just to be like, hey, we're Marvel Legends. We can get away with this kind of stuff. So why not? G-Brew. I want to see an 80s punker rogue. Yeah. Danny Moonstar, Cannonball, and the rest of the OG New Mutants. Well, don't forget, we're supposed to see Cannonball because he was on that card back. And we got Cypher, old man, John Snyder version, Cannonball, or Cypher. But yeah, Cannonball should be showing up soon. Lawson, I like to see version 2 Snake Eyes retro carded. Hopefully. I mean, it feels like a figure we should be getting. And I mean, again, because there's repaint possibilities with the cartoon look for him. So, Brian P., did you see the rumored Spider-Man figures coming out? Finally, Swarm. Yeah, a bunch of Spider-Man variants. Not really excited about that, but Swarm would be a fun figure. Carlos, we need Giganta, Mega Fig, 18 to 20 inches before Todd steps down. Go out now. Bang! You will see. She's another one. I hope we can just get her in a Super Friends line. Because, I mean, we still need that. There are a few more of those figures that we need to finish that off. And we really, really, really need to finish that because that's the Legion of Doom and the Super Friends are really close to being complete. Commander Unicron. Just got 3 Heralds of Unicron. I'll call them Hook, Line, and Sinker, just like the lore. I just need a HasLab Unicron to lead them. That's a grail for me. I wasn't collecting that at a point. Now 2 G's. Ouch. That's very expensive. RJ CK. Hi. What are your top 3 favorite toy properties? I'm just trying to see if nope. Wow, it's weird. Currently, I'll answer that one. Marvel Legends, of course. G.I. Classified series. What is number 3? Those I can look around. But Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe were the easy ones. I guess it really depends on what's coming out next. So that could be Star Wars. 3 was a tough one. Could be Star Wars. Could be WWE for Mattel. Yeah, probably one of those. Of course, I feel like Mattel's DC line is going to take that 3rd spot next year. But I really like Mattel's WWE line. So I might give that a slight edge over Star Wars. But if you said 4, that would be it. So I'll just cheat and sell 4 of those. I'd love to get a Swarm figure. Hope they do him. And it's a good one, hopefully. Jamlin, keep looking at the passenger area and trying to figure out how to make a canopy. I imagine Gridiron will go to town with add-ons for it. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. I can see them doing that. Brian P., like I said last time, a 2-pack of old Ant-Man, old Agatha Harkness would be awesome. Yeah, I don't like glammed up Agatha. I think it's all wrong with that. King Collector. I definitely want to see Todd do a classic Cyborg and Green Arrow and a classic Vixen and release Plastic Man in single pack. Yes, that would be awesome. But I don't think we're going to see Plastic Man in single pack. Maybe they can release Classic as a Platinum. Then I can lose my mind trying to get him again. Classic Cyborg would have been awesome. And he was on the league list, but apparently we're not going to get him. Classic Vixen. Yeah, she's definitely a glaring omission. Hopefully that's one that Mattel will go, all right, we kind of got a Vixen out there at the last minute, but maybe we should get her out a little bit sooner this time. David Thanos, yeah, Killer Bees are coming out in the regime line. I want the Mattel versions of those. Blake, classic Cyborg. Oh, Hackman, yeah. I mean, we're gonna go that route. I want to see the whole. I want to see all of them. I want to see General Zod, Non Ursa, and the ruler of Australia, Lex Luthor, Green Arrow, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. I think she's the one that is most likely, or at least they've hinted at seeing her. Big Barda, classic Beta Ray Bill, Anaconda, and more Serpent Society. For sure. Commander Unicron. Wow. Everyone wants the Big Barda. I've wanted a great one of her for so long, too. You're the right place. Jeeber, I don't care how much work Barda takes. Get me Barda. Now, would you be okay paying $100 for a Barda for all the work it takes? David Adams, I need a Clayton Bigsby figure first, though. Jamlin, man, it seems like we have a few new names in the chat tonight. Welcome all. Don't forget to share our guy, Jeff, some love, and hit that like button if you've been enjoying the combo. Thank you, Jamlin. I appreciate that. I need to check in with you about the big conversation you had this week. Lawson, McFarlane didn't do the sculpted scales on Deathstroke the Terminator. They didn't do scales on Silver Age Robin, just printed scales. I don't see McFarlane doing a good armored Barda. I don't either. Which, I mean, and at this point, why would he? Like, if he had the license going on for another 5 years, I could see that. But yeah, I don't see that happening. RJCK. I hope Mattel makes it gigantic again. I don't think McFarlane did her. No, he did not. That's a great point, though. How would Mattel do some of these larger figures like Giganna? Will they introduce a mega fig category for taller giants like her? I mean, there's her, there's Chemo. I mean, of course, Apache Chief. Atom Smasher would be another. Colossal Boy. There's enough that they could do that whole deal. But I'm curious how they would implement that. Rick H. Jeffrey, are you aware of the Skeletron site that sells 6-inch figures of Red Shadow's troops and other action figure adjacent toys? It's fire. No, because I haven't been collecting those. So, nope. Lawson. But if McFarlane stepped up and actually did a good barter with the armor and scales, it would be a great finish for them. I feel like looking at that Kyle Rayner, I don't think we're going to see great finishes. I think there are some figures that are easier than others for them to do a good to great enough job. I don't think Big Barda is going to be one of them. I feel like if they showed Big Barda, the people clamoring for her would be upset with the way she turned out. Jibru, if I were in charge of picking DC characters to make them figures, we'd be seeing a lot more new guys and, more women. Todd does know what women are. I mean, well, yeah. I wouldn't say plenty. He's gotten to some. Some look better than others. I think Zatanna, that's Supergirl, right? Let's figure out this there. She's good. Some are definitely better than others. Power Girl's good. She's just too tall. Huntress was another good figure. So, I mean, he's done them. David Anos, wait! I think we have a future show topic. Figures you want to see get done from your favorite shows. And Living Color has to be up there. Well, you can be what you want to be. I like that one. Commander Unicron. I'll take all the Asgardians. Warriors 3 would sell out instantly. Balder now, not so much, but I'll take one too. Oh, why would Balder not sell out instantly? I mean, how many figures are selling out instantly now from Marvel Legends? Not too many. Sorry, I was writing down David Thanos' idea. All right, cool. Brian P. Can we please, Eddie, get a classic Marvel Legends Wizard Trapster 2-pack, please? How about comic versions of Attuma and Baron Mordo? Ahab, Charge, Slayback. I mean, for real, I want those first 4 that you mentioned immediately. Ahab has a really great look. Char would be fun. Slayback, I don't remember Slayback too much, but yeah, why not? But those, I mean, Wizard and Trapster for sure. And Attuma and Baron Mordo, again, characters that have been in movies and don't have a comic version. Still, Jalen, it's a crime. Yeah, they haven't done the Stunning Sif in the Warriors 3. Well, we did get Sif, but yeah, the Warriors 3. I don't know what happened. Lawson. Balder used to be a fixture in the Thor comics from the 60s to the 80s. He deserves much more love. Last I was reading Thor back in the early 2000s, he was still, prominently featured. King Collector. Marvel Legends needs to do a Zoltan Arachnoid Deluxe figure, Classic Abomination, and Blue Outfit Quicksilver in a single pack. That's funny where you don't have him in the blue yet in a single pack. Carlos, you know Todd's supposed to be taking over Marvel Diamond Select line. Might get a shot at Annihilus. Everyone who pre-ordered him got canceled. Yes, because Diamond Select was ripped. So we'll see. Maybe. Blake. Lawson, wait, did you pre-order World Peace? I did. And then it got canceled. Did they get your correct address? Well, you see what happened. You had to prove the card, and then because you didn't do it in 20 seconds, then they canceled it. Obscure, Hawk and Dove. Man, I hope Hawk and Dove is not obscure. I like their designs. Like a Star Wars kid. What's up? Are we gonna get a superpowers Green Arrow? Oh wow, they haven't done that yet. That's an odd one not to do. Boston. I still need a Yellow Jacket, a Swordsman, Daredevil, Gladiator, Stingray, Tuma, and a classic Mr. Hyde. Here. Rick Cage is on this again. Yes, sir. Mattel, Icon Rocket, the Blood Syndicate, and just make the entire Milestone Dakota universe. I think Icon and Rocket, excuse me, of course, Static are safe. Hardware might be a tough sell. They have to do unique sculpting for him. The Blood Syndicate probably needs something, but yeah, it'd be great to get those figures. Jack of freaking Hearts. Going to Lawson. I love to see a new, better Speedball. One that's not an old man that's half asleep. Yeah, they really dropped the ball on him. Commander Unicron, to be clear, when I said mundane, I meant mundane, not obscure. I do like some of the deep cut characters that make the world building much fuller. Yeah, absolutely. Northern Nomad, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, my guy. Appreciate it. How are you? Suckers! Rip! Dolly, Tim, and Peter. Yes. Eduardo, how about when Ron Friends drew Mongoose kicking Thor's butt? Mongoose would be a great figure. Why not? Jibru, I just want to see the reveal for Cannonball already. I was hoping to see it revealed at Comic Con. Well, you know they got to save some of the stuff now. They mentioned it during Comic Con. They were like, we've got all these other conventions, live streams or recorded to live that they're doing through the course of the year. So we'll see some of the stuff that they were holding out on us. So, I mean, if nothing else, we'll see them at New York Comic Con. How would they even do Swarm? Hopefully better than they did the last one. Or Toy Biz. Dog Avenger, yes. Jack of Hearts and more Micronauts. Yes, please. I also want a Gabriel Airwalker. King Elector. I definitely want Swarm. I didn't even hear about that one. When is that pre-order? They haven't shown them, so no news on that. Leak list, rumored. Commander Unicron, Minor G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Marvel Legends. Solid 3. Blake, if Marvel Legends does another wave, the Secret Wars, hopefully a Depower Colossus and Zaji 2-pack. Green and Purple Wasp, Wrecking Crew, and boring white collar shirt and tie Professor X. Yeah. I feel like there's one more we could get in there. Maybe a Magneto. Like a 2-pack with him and Wasp. Hey, Jan. What's up with you tonight? And She-Hulk in her blue Avengers gear. Commander Unicron, talking Marvel. I would love to get the Celestials, not the movie versions. Must be comic accurate. And also the cosmic entities. Infinity, Lemon Tribunal, etc. We will see. Let's see. Luden. Hopefully I said that right. Hurting news on the Collector's Mattel line? Not yet. Lawson. Neil Adams Green Arrow with a classic black non-trailer park canary. At least a better head sculpt. The one we got is not great. Anthony, I'm somewhat interested in what Mattel will do in their collector's line. The kids' line is promising. I'll be shocked if I don't see them at least attempt Static and a few other milestone characters. Yeah, I would feel like that would be shocking too. Chibru, Gen X Banshee, Emma, and Jubes would be nice. Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah, I feel like we need to be prepared for a lot of absolute versions of these figures. Lefty. Speaking of Gridiron, have y'all seen their Hummer vehicle on the limited edition Anvil, Jajo Hammer? Fantastic, but money. Michael Solis. I want some absolute figures. Lawson. If someone did a good Big Barda that was worth $100, I'd pay that. No one gets past Jamlin. His reflexes are too fast. Lawson, if Legends had DC license, they make Gigantic out of a 12-inch Captain America figure. Super Adaptoid. Not Super Adaptoid is a terrible one. Elastigirl. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about her. Anthony. You know it's left field, but I would like to see a Duck Dodgers Green Lantern. That'd be cool. That Kyle Rayner figure looks rough. Looks woof. Retro to expand Marvel Legends Hulk line from this year. I want a sidekicks, shorties, and side. I would love for them to actually use that subtitle. General Ross, Major Talbot, Rick Jones, Betty Ross, Princess Drella, and Kara. Packrat. Black Canary is a disappointment. I can release a martial arts character with no torso articulation. How? Do any of them have torso articulation? It is 10 o'clock. Let me go one last time through the chat here. It's me, Snob. What's up? Big Barda is definitely one, but I'll take a mammoth. Todd doesn't exactly have the greatest record when it comes to making good looking females. Well, she'd have to be a model. RJ, yeah, movie files and figure files channels. And which one do you cover comics you're currently reading? That's more movie files. I'm trying to think. Would there be an audience for me talking about comic books too? Because I feel like I want to talk about comics more. Y'all let me know. I should have used PayPal to pre-order World Peace. Told you. Brian P. With Marvel Legends doing a Forest Works US agent, how about Sentry and a Scarlet Witch and her Alpha from that time? Yeah, finish out the team. Michael Solis. I want Static. I want Static Shock. Wait, hold up. Jeffrey, you can't keep in that Optimus Pussy? No, I answered your question a while ago. Lawson, I guess a Lily Cheney, Allison Blair, 2 packs out of the question, probably. Cage, Commander, he gave an answer. Rewind, sir, or replay crew. Blake, oh, and Secret Wars Magma, and New Molecule. Yes, shorter, please. G-Brew, I would like to see a Yellow Jacket to get revealed for all the Hank Pym fans in this community. Thank you. Lost it. Jeffrey, you know you want a Dr. Druid. Somebody must want a Dr. Druid. Somebody out there must. I would take him. And I wonder if we might see a maker soon. Ultimate Thor, I feel like they've got to do. We've already got a great Ultimate Captain America, great Ultimate Iron Man. Thor seems like it should be up there soon. I mean, I feel like we should see both of those from Mattel. Probably not from McFarlane, but I mean, it'd be shocking if they didn't tackle them. And yes, all Marauders 2, 3, 5, whatever you need to get them out to us. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your figures are? I do. Anthony, Jeff, you make a comics channel, I'd sub instantly, my brother. All right. Well, I'll figure out how to make that work. Roger Robo allows comic file would be cool, but Jen said you can't have my attention 3 nights a week. Documented. I'm reading John Burns' X-Men Elsewind Volume 1 story. We got 2 more volumes to go. I didn't realize there were more of that. Cool. All right. Let me see our Starry stuff. What was that? Okay. It's all done. All right. Well, that is 10 o'clock. I got to take the trash out and all that fun stuff. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Let me do this really quickly. Jeff, make a comic channel. I know. I'm trying to finish up my deep dives, but then of course there's more stuff, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to use figure files to talk about some of these comic book arcs, but I don't know. Would you want? Because I'm having fun talking about X Factor, which you haven't seen yet. I'm already starting a plot on my Justice League one, so we'll see how I would make that work. Or maybe I'll just do a comic one and just see what happens. Real fast. So coming up, more McFarlane stuff, but it doesn't say figures. That's on Friday. If you haven't seen, well, you haven't. I keep saying this. Coyote versus Acme comes out tomorrow. It is so fun. Check it out if you'd like to laugh. And this week, I think we all could use a little bit more laughter. Hasbro has action figures on September 1st. Looks like another wave of them too. So we'll see all the stuff that's coming up, more DC superpowers and more Hasbro stuff. So on the 1st and the 3rd, some stuff. So busy week next week. I'll of course be talking about all that stuff. And if anything really exciting happens, I'll of course be doing another video. So thank you so much for hanging out with me on another Thursday night. Hopefully y'all have an awesome weekend. Jason and I, for sure, will be back. Maybe we'll have some guests on Lyle's Movie Files on Wednesday. Of course, I'll be back a week from today with another edition of Lyle's Figure Files. But for now, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.